We're going to go this time out of 3 and 4, guys. On Aaron. We are off and running. Little distraction there right before the go time. We are underway. 7 car field. Aaron Grant holding the lead out of the pole. Down the back goes Aaron and Bob in a pinch battle. Dan Lyons is right there. They've got a little gap built up between them. Not that is Bob Mellon on the 6'4", 8. Aaron has a 6'5", 6'6" Dan. 30 seconds in. Aaron maybe had a little, I don't know what that was. His car was, trouble. Dan Lyons is going to take the lead in this one. The leader down the front. Black and red. Dan by 7 over Bob. 2 seconds to Aaron. Riley sitting in the 4th, followed by Brian James and Bob Bingley. Dan coming out of 4, showing the way here in the black and red. Number 43 maybe? I'm going to look at it. 45 I think it is, now that I think about it. 40-something for sure. Bob Mellon is all over the tail of Dan Lyons. Touches him up too. Wow. That was a pretty high contact pass, Bob. Well, that one was too. So squares that off. Clean it up out there, drivers. We got a minute and a half down, 2.5 remaining. Here's Grant back on top. Aaron, Bob, Dan back to qualifying order here. Riley not far behind, but he ends up in the infield. Ryan Beeman sits in 5th, followed by James and Bob Bingley, minute 40 down, 2:20 to go. Bob Mellon on top now. Aaron ends up in the infield. It's going to be Bob, Dan, Aaron, Brian, Riley, James, and Bob. Bob Mellon by 1 second over Dan Lyons. 5.5 seconds to Aaron and Riley, who are half a second apart for the final position on the podium. Brian Beeman in that mix as well. Brian now in 4th. Aaron, Brian, Riley within 1 second of each other. Meanwhile, Bob Mellon by a 1.5 over Dan. Dan has a little trouble. 2 seconds now the gap there. Big gap behind Dan. Dan has 5 seconds behind him. Top lap is Beeman. Bob Mellon just turned in his best. 6.45. He heads down the back. Bob, Dan, Aaron.
Sorry, Dan.
Your top 3 with Beeman. A tenth of a second behind Grant. Tangle up there, coming out of 4. Your second place driver involved in that. That's going to move. Hold up. I think we've got a change up here. Brian Beeman in the second. Aaron and Dan chasing. Riley 2.5 seconds back. Bob Mellon has built up a 7-second commanding lead. Beeman sideways. Grant takes the pass. Oh, but he overshoots. Beeman is going to take it back. 2, 3, 4. Still a pitch battle. Down the front they come. Beeman, Grant, 9. Now they're down the back, heading into 4. Beeman is very wide. Grant has an easy shot at it there and doesn't get position up. Riley is basically a lap behind Grant. Sitting in the 5, followed by James and Bob. 40 seconds to go. Their leader, Bob Mellon, checking out. 8 seconds up on second place. Aaron has got 2 tenths on Brian. 1.5 seconds to James. 6 seconds to Riley, then James and Bob. Aaron and Brian down the front. Got most of this race going. Brian is close. He's got all kinds of cruising speed on Aaron right now. Aaron looks much smoother though. More consistent. 15 seconds for Beeman to make something happen. 2.5 seconds into 4th. 6 Dan on his best lap. 6.56. Right between 2nd and 3rd, Bob Bingley. Thank you, sir. Time expires. Aaron is locked in the 2nd. Brian Beeman in 3rd. Dan Lyons comes across for 4th. Bob Mellon taking the win by 8 big seconds. It goes Bob on 36. Aaron in 2nd on 34. Brian on 34 for 3rd. Dan 34 for 4th. Riley on 33 and 5th. James 31. Bob Bingley 36 as a personal best for James Wagner, which means the best of his first day of street stock.